Nice try, but not enough. Even that longer pendulum didn't... No, Bill, you've already had 2 shots. What's going on? Well, he asked me to help him put this ladder up here. He's got something in mind. I don't think he has a chance, so... What the heck? What's he got now? Oh, my gosh. You want to see the golf bag that came out of? And up he goes, up the ladder, and I'm kind of interested to see how this turns out at this point. Swings his leg over, asks for the club, and that's probably an 18-footer now. And I guess that's the driver. You don't have something that long and make it a 3-wood. Can you swing that, Bill? That looks kind of hard to control. Watch your aim, Bill. Tee it up. Oh, he hit the ladder. Look out, down you go. Oh, the hydro pole. And the pendulum. Here comes the pendulum. What? Oh, my gosh, he won. Oh, my gosh. Be a good winner now, Bill. Here's your money. That should be able to buy the finest medical treatment money can buy. Bill seems shorter. Stay tuned as Dalton goes to the edge of bankruptcy. Short trip. And Winston tells us how to do public speaking. Putting in the dock by me. We gather by the water's edge, and everyone grabs a side. We lift the dock up on our backs and brace our legs for the ride. We dash down to the rocky shore and throw the dock in end over end. It's an awful way to treat a doctor, but with medication, doc will mend. Physician, heal thyself. Well, we went over to the club. We picked up all the golf equipment and all the ski equipment that Moose had won, and we brought her all back to the lodge. We just don't know what to do with it next.
Well, you've already dragged her 5 miles. It's only another 3 to the dump.
Oh, no, Harold. Our problem is we got too many good ideas. Like, we were thinking maybe take the chairlift, hook her up, and we'll ride the guys from Possum Lodge all the way down into Possum Lake and back up again. You know, and on bath night, we'll do 2 cycles, wash and rinse.
That's dumb. You guys are dumb. What stupid thing are you going to do next with the stupid snow-making machine?
Oh, this is great, Harold. 6-foot-wide snow cones.
Who's going to eat a 6-foot-wide snow cone?
Somebody with a really big mouth, Harold.
Well, what if this person doesn't want to eat a 6-foot-wide snow cone?
We'll drop it in his pants.
This boat's for sale. It's only $100, but you should be a strong swimmer.
We're out here by the main highway at Humphreys Everything Store to do a little business transaction with the owner, Dalton Humphreys. Now, Dalton, we were cleaning out Moose's ski and golf club there. Come up with this little unit right here. What do you suppose something like that would be worth?
Well, you know, before Moose Thompson bought that resort, that would have been worth a pretty penny.
Uh-huh.
Now, it's next to useless.
Oh, come on now, Dalton. You got to be pulling my leg here. I mean, this was used by the pioneers for something, I would think.
Fred, the antique business is built on 2 cornerstones. Golfers and skiers. Without them, I'd be bankrupt in a week.
Why?
Well, the men golf together, and then the women drop them off, and then they drive around killing time. Doing guess what?
Looking for antiques?
Bingo!
Uh-huh.
And skiers, what's the #1 souvenir they take home?
Broken legs?
Antiques. They buy them by the truckload. Must feel like cold wind in their face. Makes them irrational. With the golf and ski club closed, they won't be back. Be stuck with this.
Well, now, don't go crazy here, Dalton. We'll get skiers up in the winter. We'll get cross-country skiers.
Cross-country skiers, ha! You know why they're cross-country skiing, Red? They're too cheap to buy lift tickets. Skinning bandy like vegetarians, shuffling their way for free across the snow. Cross-country skiers are tightwads.
Well, how about ice fishermen? They come up to Possum Lake. Hundreds of them. I tell you, they spend money.
Oh, you've been inside a lot of ice huts, have you, Red?
Yeah.
Yeah? Seen a lot of antiques there, have you? Ice fishermen sitting around the hole, jiggling their lines, saying, oh boy, when I catch a trout, I'm going to go down and buy myself a nice spindle bed with a brass headboard. Huh? Won't that be a nice accent piece for the wall where I store the beer cases? No. Use, I'm getting out of the antique business. You know, I'm going to try and make a go of it in the junk and scrap business.
Well, how are you going to do that?
Well, I'm going to change the sign on my store.
Yeah, that'll do it.
This week on Experts, we're being joined by Mr. Winston Rothschild. The first letter goes as follows. Dear Experts, I have to give a speech at our next general meeting, and I'm very nervous about talking to a group of people. Can you help me?
Well, I always find that excessive alcohol consumption really loose.
No, Uncle Red, I don't think that being drunk's going to help this lady's speech.
No, I meant the audience, Harold. You get them so juiced up they can't hear you, it really takes the pressure off.
Low self-esteem, there's your problem, eh? Oh, yeah, I've been there. You know, before the septic business, I wouldn't even hold my head up.
And now you have to, I would think.
Well, anyway, I learned the 3 jump starts of self-power and bigger lungs in a book. If you can do that, any idiot can, by Anthony Anthony.
Man, you didn't take another one of those selfish help course things, did you?
Well, I wasn't going to at first, but I worked up the courage after watching Seize the Self-Help Course of the Day by Walter Mollusk.
So, Winston, what are the 3 jump start points to a bigger lungs thing, without, pumping sewage?
Well, number 1, dominate your audience. I like to do it from a 15-foot step ladder and just sort of talk down to them, eh?
Well, ma'am, for this speech, you might want to wear slacks.
You know something? There's really nothing like seeing an audience like this, eh? Putty in your hair. Number 2, have a little dynamics to your voice, eh? Like, for instance, whisper the noun and shout the verbs.
I don't think the audience would like that. It's harder to sleep through.
The most important one of all, C. Have something to say worth listening to, eh?
Yeah, well, my advice to this person is, get up there and just tell the filthiest joke you know.
That's exactly why you were never invited back to give a guest sermon at that church.
Well, I had to do something to break the ice, Harold. They wouldn't let me bring any booze in. Well, we finally figured out what to do with all that golfing and skiing equipment that Moose Thompson had won. And on paper, it looked perfect. But in reality, there were a few glitches.
Glitches? Whoa! Glitches is a polite term for 9 guys hospitalized.
Too bad. We had that chairlift hooked up with the golfing equipment. We had a golf driving range with a ball return. You stand at the top of the ski ramp, you drive your balls down into nets that were hanging from the chairlift, bring the ball right back up to you.
Yep. Would have worked, too, if you didn't use that snow-making machine.
Well, the guys get awful hot standing there in the sun hitting golf balls, Harold. The problem was the hill got all iced up and guys started slipping and sliding all the way down the hill right into the darn chairlift.
It was horrible. Guys hanging by their feet upside down being dragged across the driving range. Of course, they would have been all right if the rest of you guys had stopped driving golf balls at them.
It was just too tempting, 18 guys hanging upside down from a cable looked like a giant charm bracelet.
Well, it wasn't funny when people started getting hurt.
That wasn't from the golf balls, Harold. That's when the cable snapped. Twang! Everybody went everywhere. Now they're all suing Moose for $1 million each.
Oh, well, now, wait a minute, Uncle Red. To be fair, when the cable snapped, Moose did yell, "Fire!"
He was ordering beer for himself.
Whoa, it's meeting time, Uncle Red.
Yeah, you go ahead. I'll be down in a while. As I defoliate. If my wife is watching, I've decided to give up golf until they get safer chairlifts. And to the rest of you, thanks for watching. Until next time, on behalf of myself and Harold and the whole gang out here at Positive Line, keep your stick on the ice.
Everybody, it's a new segment for the show. Look, Harold, the front hero, right? The hero, backwoods hero. Now just ride my reindeer in and go, you there, don't even do what you're doing.
Find out more about